Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're embarking on an epic journey back in time to uncover the incredible story of one of the world's most iconic wonders, the Great Wall of China. What you see today is a marvel of engineering, but its story is much longer and more complex than you might imagine. It's not just one wall, but a massive network of fortifications built over centuries. So, where did it all begin? Let's rewind more than 2,000 years. Before China was a single, unified empire, it was a collection of warring states. Around the 7th century BC, these states started building earthen walls to defend their borders from each other and from nomadic tribes to the north. These were early disconnected sections, made mostly from rammed earth. Think of them as the first rough drafts of the Great Wall. The first major construction boom happened with a name you've definitely heard of, Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China. After unifying the country in 221 BC, he had a grand vision. To protect his new empire from the Xiongnu nomads in the north, he ordered the connection and reinforcement of the existing walls. This wasn't a small project. It involved hundreds of thousands of workers, including soldiers, peasants, and convicts. The work was grueling, and the conditions were harsh, but this massive undertaking created the first version of a continuous Great Wall. After the Qin dynasty fell, subsequent dynasties like the Han continued to repair, extend, and fortify the wall. The Han dynasty, for example, pushed the wall further west into the desert, creating the famous Silk Road and building watchtowers to protect the valuable trade route. For centuries, the wall's importance waxed and waned depending on the strength of the ruling dynasty and the threat from the north. Now, let's fast forward to the dynasty that really gave the wall the look we recognize today, the Ming dynasty, from 1368 to 1644. After driving out the Mongols, the Ming emperors were obsessed with preventing another invasion. They launched the most ambitious wall-building project in history. This is when the rammed earth walls were replaced with the iconic brick and stone structures we see in photos. They built elaborate watchtowers, fortresses, and barracks. The Ming Wall stretched for thousands of kilometers, a formidable dragon of stone snaking over mountains and through valleys. It was a masterpiece of military architecture. But here's a twist. The wall wasn't invincible. In 1644, Manchu forces from the north bypassed the wall and went on to establish the Qing dynasty, the last imperial dynasty of China. After that, the Great Wall gradually lost its military significance. With the empire's borders expanding far beyond it, the wall fell into disrepair, becoming a source of building materials for local villagers. It wasn't until the 20th century that the Great Wall was rediscovered, not as a military defense but as a powerful symbol of the Chinese nation's strength, endurance, and rich history. Today, it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, attracting millions of visitors who come to marvel at its scale and walk in the footsteps of history. From a series of earthen mounds to a stone behemoth, the Great Wall tells the story of China itself, a tale of division, unity, conflict, and incredible human achievement. Thanks so much for joining me on this historical adventure. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you won't miss our next journey into the past. See you next time.